Is the quarterback thing more about second team battling for position, or is it starting time still?
Oh, it's starting time.
Is it?
It's a battle for the starting job. Travis has got it right now and has held it the entire first 7-8 practices. But tomorrow, like I said, will be a chance to see as live of a situation as we create.
How fluid is the depth chart at running back?
Fluid, very fluid, and really with three guys, with Bubba and Troy and Devontae. Those three guys are the guys that are in the mix. After that, it's not fluid. It's just those three guys at the top, and there's a clear separation. But Devontae has got a ton of upside, but he put the ball on the ground on Saturday. He cannot put the ball on the ground.
Right side of the offensive line, you seem pretty settled on the left side in your center position, but how much can a single scrimmage help you in your decision-making process, or is that going to be still probably a few more days?
It can get us do a lot for us in that regard. It's not going to be unless it's so lopsided that it's obvious. But we got two scrimmages next week, Tuesday and Saturday. Coming out of that Saturday scrimmage, we got to have most all of our questions answered at that point in time, because now we're 11 days out, 12 days out from the game, and we got to start to prepare for the football game, and you can only get a couple groups reps, and so we got to get that nailed down.
Do you look for toughness? Do you look for guts when you get into the second week, 2-a-days? It's hot.
Without a doubt, these are what I always say the dog days of fall camp, when the newness of fall camp is completely worn off. There's still a lot of practices left, and you're right in the middle of it, and you do find out who's got the will and the determination to get through it, and who kind of wilts, when the going gets tough.
You know if you're going to hold anybody out?
Tomorrow's scrimmage?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hold out Scotty and Drez. Drez may play, but he'll have a yellow jersey on. He won't be live. We won't tackle him. Other than that, we'll meet on that tonight. Maybe Blecken. There may be a couple other guys, but for the most part, we're letting just about everybody go.
You've spoken of possibly having Kendall being live in a scrimmage. You know if you'll do that?
That is to be determined, and if we do, it won't be the entire scrimmage. It will be segments, and it may not be tomorrow, it may be Saturday, but I would say there's a strong possibility that one of the next two scrimmages, for at least a portion of the time, Kendall will be live.
Would he prefer to have that?
He does. He prefers. That's where he's at his best. I mean, that's one of his strong suits, if not his strongest suit, is escapability and extending the play, and that's a great weapon to have at quarterback.
At this point in time, what's the difference between Travis Wilson 1 and Kendall Thompson 2?
Travis is throwing the ball with more accuracy. We chart every single throw that they make, and he's throwing at a higher percentage. He's got a little more command of the offense because he's been around longer. And Kendall is the dynamic, or his ability to run the football makes him a very dynamic player and difficult to defend. So it's not quite apples and oranges, but it's different. If Kendall is the guy, then the offense will have a facelift to accentuate what he does, and if Travis is the guy, then we'll go in that direction.
How much better a passer does he have to be for you to maybe lean more his direction?
Well, he's not throwing interceptions, which is key. He's taking care of the ball. We just need to have a few more completions. But if Kendall's in the quarterback run game, the play action game, all that stuff becomes more prevalent. When Travis is in, you have a chance to do more of the drop back stuff in addition to the other stuff.
Coach, how much of Travis's improved accuracy has to do with the simplified offensive scheme, and how much of it has to do with Travis's improvement in the offseason?
Probably at about 50-50. 50% of it's with the more of an emphasis that we put on the short pass game and the quick throws, and then the other half would be just what Travis did all offseason to get himself ready for fall camp. He came into fall camp a whole different guy.
Have you had any surprises to date so far?
Yeah, all the young guys have shown up very well. The skill position guys in particular, Kenrick Young, Trevon Hobbs, Casey Hughes, just all those guys, Andre Godfrey, Marcus Williams, and we've had. I think we hit the jackpot with this recruiting class at those skill positions.
So then all those guys will get significant looks in the scrimmages?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Every media huddle that we've had, you've mentioned these young guys. Is this the most talented team that you've had as the head coach of the University of Utah?
Well, it's tough to say right now because we're just going against each other, and you can't get a completely accurate read when you're doing that. You got to line up and play somebody, but the 08 team is pretty darn talented. But I say this is the most talented team in the last 4 or 5 years.
Hobbs.
At least at this point in time.
You've mentioned Hobbs' name a number of times, yet he doesn't seem to necessarily be in that top 4 or 5 rotation. Does he have a chance to crack that?
He does.
All the time?
Absolutely. Yeah, and we usually have 6 corners that we utilize during the course of a season, and not only at corner but a punt returner. He's a very talented punt returner, and so him and Kalen Clay and Bubba Poole are battling out to see who that punt returner is going to be.